Hello, Dreaming of Diamond. It has been so long since I've been able to see you guys. I've missed you tons, and I've got a lot of exciting news to share. So I cannot wait to be, on this team call, and I cannot wait to be. I see somebody gonna message. Anyway, I'm excited about the content. Myself and Jody were on our Alaskan cruise, and that is a beautiful blessing. And I've got some gifts of information that I'm ready to share about what happened and some of the updates that I think you guys are going to want to hear about. So I'm very, very excited about that. As far as our week goes, I just want to remind you that tomorrow night, Mandy is going to be training us live in Dreaming of Diamond. If you are not in that team page, please raise your hand or comment later, or comment on our team thread, or go to your sponsor and we'll get you in there so that you can see that. And that's something that just happens. She will just go live in there and you'll be able to watch that. Hopefully live. We love to support our leaders doing that in the moment, but you can always go back and watch it again or tag people. So I'm looking forward to that. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be hosting a messenger event. It's going to centralize around gut health and hormones. I haven't had I've just been going nonstop today. So in the quiet hours this evening after bedtime, I'm going to become very creative and I'm going to bring something amazing to you guys tomorrow about what we'll be doing on Thursday. So it's going to look something like that. And that is kind of, I had been talking to Megan and she is looking for a resource to drive her customers into. And I said, well, this is perfect. We always offer those on Thursday. So that's how that happens. So, obviously, as you know, that's for our entire team. And so we'll be talking through that, talking about scripts and all the things. I want to remind you that our week-long Alaska IPA is ending tonight. I'm going to let it go till midnight. Get your customers in, get your activity in, and we will be giving away the last $25 and then also those AirPods for whoever was our highest recruiter. So I'm excited about that. I cannot wait to see who is the recipient of that. And as a reminder, that was just kind of a weekly pop-up thing that happened because of the trip, right? It was just keeping us engaged, keeping us moving forward. We have an entire month long contest that we're doing, which is once you add 3 to activate yourself into the Leaders Retreat contest, you're in that. And that's just fair game for anybody. You have the entire month to do it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how many of us get to enter into that. And that is for a Polaroid camera that is Plexus branded with some film. So anyway, I know that that was a lot, but now I'm going to get into the meat and potatoes, just a little housekeeping, a little administrative, and now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. So I want to mention that while we were there, I was updating in our leaders thread, but sometimes we miss that, right? Sometimes if there's a lot of activity and you're not kind of catching it, you might miss it. And so, I just want to recap some of these things. So, something very exciting is that they are hosting Super Saturday Live in Phoenix. Okay. So, Super Saturday is the biggest training day of the year for Plexus. This is a day that we all get together across the entire company and we are all consuming the same content. And what that really looks like for us locally here, all across Missouri, really, we have little pocket parties, okay? And we are blessed to have other states that are in the game. As we grow, we're getting more and more people. So what Super Saturday looks like is you can either come to something that maybe your upline is hosting or come to something that's already happening. You can host your own. Or you can go to Phoenix, and that's open to anybody. Anybody who wants to go to Phoenix, you're able to do it, right? You're able to buy a ticket. I think it's $20, to do Super Saturday, and you can fly down there. They're giving home office tours. You can see the warehouse. That's a really fun thing to do. So think about doing that. I feel like they're going to continue to do that. Okay. So that's something that they've offered for several years now. If you were here prior to 2020, you know that they would really pop up basically local spots and Two Diamonds would be giving the Super Saturday training, and there would be a couple Emerald hosts or a couple other hosts that are local to the area. But after 2020, it really went into a virtual model. And so it really moved into more a belly to belly in our, social circle, social network, that kind of a thing. So that is happening. However, there is a change. So not only is it happening how it normally happens, but they are asking certain locations to be bigger, to be more corporate led. They're asking they're asking, local, diamonds or leaders to be a part of that. And one of the locations is Springfield, Illinois. So if any of my team would like to drive to Springfield, Illinois, I'm going to be hosting that with Kinley Severns. And I would love for you guys to be there if you can. I don't know how far it is for you. Obviously, Super Saturday is something that, um, you know, when I was asked to do this, I gave the caveat. Guys, we know how this goes in Missouri, don't we? Okay, we know how this goes in Missouri. So there have been plenty of plan foiled by the snow. And so that is basically was my caveat when I accepted. I said, if I can get there, if my team can get there, we're going to be there. And if we can't, we can't. But locally, we always have something. And I know in the Brookfield area, in that mid-Missouri area, and also in the Kansas City area, there's all kinds of excitement. Dina, I'm sure you're going to put something together. I would assume that you might be doing something. I don't know. You and your gals, but anybody can host one. And if you want to just watch it with your family, that is something that's totally available. It's basically a training that everyone is getting the same training at the same time. So it's a time for fellowship and friendship. It's a time for gathering, and yeah. So that is an update with that. We did get to view the holiday line, and I don't want to spoil it. Okay, but I want to let you know that that's going to be coming out on October 15th. If you've been around the block, you're going to notice some favorites coming back. And there is always a special offer. From a Canadian perspective, I don't know that that necessarily affects a ton of us right now. Um, but from a Canadian perspective, I think that there's one or two things that they're not able to get. Obviously, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but we always know we get a flavored protein powder, guys. We know that. We always know we get, well, we don't always know. I will tell you that one of our favorite actives is coming back. I'm probably not supposed to say that. This is going to go on YouTube, so I'll have to maybe code the thing so people don't know. But it's fun, right? It's fun, and another old favorite's coming back. So I'm excited for you guys to see that. I don't want to waste our time on the holiday line. I just wanted to, because we have so much happening right now. Okay, so I don't want to waste our
Amen.
time on the holiday line because it's
Amen.
going to give us a great opportunity to focus on that and get excited once, October 1st starts. And anytime I get the go ahead to share, I will. But we don't need to worry about that right now. We need to worry about double credits. We need to worry about double BBBs. We need to worry about all those things to get us on that ship. I also want to mention that a deeper training that I'm going to do is about the Star Diamond program. And as you guys, maybe you're new into this business or maybe you've been in this business for a little bit, Diamond, as you look at the chart, feels like the top, right? Diamond feels like the top. However, it's not the end of the story because there are a couple ways you can continue to build your income with Plexus. One, the one is our reentry program. So as you're a diamond and you hit a certain amount of points, you can re-enter under yourself and go to the top again. Okay, so all that money, all that excitement can be doubled. But another way that you can really enjoy the fruits of all of this is the Star Diamond program. And what that says is a star for you is a jewel level leader in unique jewel legs. So let's say that you've got three of your best friends that have joined you as silver, okay? And they all, you guys are running and you're excited and they all get to emerald, okay? Every one of those, separate legs get to emerald. I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible because right now it is not necessarily an applicable issue in your business, but I want to share the excitement, okay? So that would make you a 3-star diamond. And as you continue to grow your stars, meaning you're helping women or men develop into the top levels of leadership, you get to earn these incredible trips. Okay. It's a trip that is money is basically given to you based on how many stars that you have and what the level of their rank is. And it is a beautiful thing. So they had us pull out a pad of paper and they had us say, what is your first Star Diamond trip going to be? And basically the lowest amount of money that you'll get as a star diamond based on the qualifications for the trip is $40,000. So I want you to think about what you would do with $40,000, who you would take, where you would go. And by the way, if anybody knows me personally, which a lot of, I mean, I think everybody here knows me personally, but if you know me intimately, you know that I am not a planner. And I found out that they plan it for you. You just tell them what you want to do and they plan it. And I was like, oh, done and done. I'm so excited. I'm even more excited. I'm so excited. So that's something to look forward to. So as you look at what your life can look like in this company, and you think, okay, diamond is the top, it's actually just the beginning of all these other new and exciting ways that you can fold in more. So if you're a more gal, I'm looking at only gals here. If you're a more gal, I want you to just actually put in the chat. Do you love all the things? Do you love more? I want you to just type in there for me if that could be exciting for you, because I want to know. And I also want to know, where would you go if you had $40,000 to spend? Can you put that in the chat? Because I would love to know that personally. I would love to know where you'd want to go, and I'd love to cheer you on. Um, okay, so the last thing that I want to talk about is that obviously we have the thing on Thursday. I'm going to be announcing that tomorrow. Yeah, bring me all of these. Bring me all of these. I want to know Europe. Kristen, me too. And I can't tell you what it is because I've got little ears listening right now. But I wrote it all down. It's all detailed, and I'm excited. I'm thinking about a girls' trip myself. So just a reminder, those were the updates. There was a lot of vision casting. Okay, so we're talking about this trip. We're talking about this trip, and I want to say this, and you're going to have homework too. So I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to remind you at the end. It's a call to action. That when we were sitting there, I don't know if you guys follow my stories very closely, but they asked in the audience, they asked us in this meeting, what has Plexus given you that you couldn't put a price tag on? And it might not be appropriate to do it right now because we're going to get into just the nitty gritty excitement about what we've got coming with everything being doubled. But it is a beautiful consideration, you know, because whether you're just starting or whether you've been in this for a long time, it was really neat to hear that literally nothing of what anyone talked about. Only one of the things was, I mean, obviously, you know, money creates options, but it was really the feeling and the family and the presence that it created just due to this opportunity. So I would love for us to, we'll revisit our homework here. Okay, but here is the last part of our team call, and I'm keeping on track. We're at 15 minutes. We're keeping on track. So I just want to remind everybody that we have some very special offers, that it is important to fully understand these offers so that we are explaining them appropriately. We have what is called double BBBs. So if you've sponsored somebody, I'm looking at everybody, I feel like everyone here has at least sponsored one person, or you're close, okay? With the first time when you sign somebody and you have a combo order, right? Let's say triplex is the easiest one to use because it's just, we kind of know that it's 100 PV. Okay, so when somebody buys a triplex, you're going to earn $20 on that triplex, okay, normally on a regular daily basis. And prior to this next day pay, it would take within 7 days for you to get that 20 bucks, okay, 20-ish dollars. Today, things are very different. And I want you to understand this because there are people in your network that are not telling you that they need a next day pay opportunity. They're not saying it. They're not announcing it. They might be very good at looking affluent, or they might be very good at looking like they have it all together, or they might be very good at looking like things aren't stressful at home. But the reality is we cannot gatekeep this opportunity, because now if you sell a triplex, you're making about $42 within 24 hours. And I promise you that if you can get through the awkwardness that you feel about offering the opportunity, like if I could give you any advice to double down, and I will tell you that people stop me on the ship because the icon thing, which I'm very, very proud to represent the very best team in Plexus with that. But that is what I said. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm offering the business to everybody, and I'm doing it in a very genuine, heart-led way that it is opening doors and conversations that normally wouldn't be open because I would have assumed that they're not interested, they have enough money, they would never do something like what I do, blah 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 blah, all of the crap that is untrue, right? So we have to, the hard work for us is that we have to work through our pride. We have to work through our ego facing, and we have to decide that we'd rather serve than be liked or understood, because you're going to offer this opportunity to 10 people and 3 people are going to be interested. And then one person is going to have their life completely changed. And that is the law of averages. I don't make the rules, I just report the facts. I've been doing sales for a long time, right? Give and take, right? Maybe you offer it to 20, maybe 5 are interested, right? And that's the way it goes. And I can just tell you that there is such a necessity for consistency and for at bats. You have to get up to bat so that you're able to activate the law of averages. If you're not having the conversation and you say, Sadie, nobody wants to do the business. Well, how many are you offering it to? Oh, I'm not. Well, baby, that's the answer. We've arrived at the answer. And so this is where if you want to move forward in this business and you want to create ripples and you want all those things. And right, sometimes when we think about this, and again, if you're newer and you haven't seen all of our coverage on convention, you haven't seen the stage walks, you haven't seen all those things, you're not aware of this part. But those of us that have, you think about that moment on top of the mountain, right? You think about the mountaintop moment where you're walking across and the pictures and the videos and that you get to repurpose into reels and all those things and all that content. That is built on a lot of no's and sweaty palms and feeling like you're dying and worrying what people are going to think and not being sure on how to say it, but saying it afraid. I promise you, right? There have been, I don't know how many people, oh, you're so lucky this. Oh, you're so lucky you have this huge team in Missouri. Oh, you're so lucky that, like, we make it. Yes, there is an amount of luck to this, and people create their own luck by showing up. We're all lucky when we show up, right? Because we don't ever know when it's going to pop. But I just want to tell you that if I could guide you in any way to really get clear on how you personally feel like you can offer the opportunity in a really special, unique way. Like if I were just starting this business, this is what I would do, because I didn't offer the business. The business was not offered to me. Okay. So I stumbled into it. I fell into a pothole, okay, with this business. God was like, you ain't missing it. Okay. Like we're not just bam. Okay. Like people should have done it along, but no, bam. But I will tell you that I would just, if I was brand newer, I'd be like, hey, listen, you might think I'm insane, but I'm going to earn a trip to Cancun. And I just believe my friend and she's teaching me how to do it. And I want to go with you. Like, I know you probably think this is crazy, but would you talk to her with me? Because like, I'm just doing what she's telling me to do and we could do it together and then we could take our husbands. That's it. It does not have to be, people don't want to know initially about pay points and pay, there will be someone, I say that, and then there's going to be the one, right? And you're going to say, you said they weren't going to say this. Okay. There will be somebody who's very detail oriented and you will have all the support with that. But the real magic is that you open the conversation as someone who's just curious if they're open. You are checking for openness. That's all you're doing. And I think if that part, if and listen, in traditional sales, Mandy is here. Where's Dina? Dina's here. Mona's here. Okay, all my sales people. Okay, so they told me go look in the mirror and say it in the mirror. Keep a mirror by your phone so you check your face because people can hear your voice, right? And it was a lot of me doing that. And the thing I hate the most in the whole world is role playing. I mean, I would rather tweeze out my eyelashes and like do things with the eyelashes than role play with people in front of a group. But I've had to do it. So I'm not even telling you have to do that. Just go with yourself in front of a mirror, send everybody to work, send the kids out to play, be by yourself, and just say it. The other thing you can do is this: send yourself a voice clip in Messenger and then listen to it back, right? That's how you get to kind of formulate. And another thing that you can do is your trusted sponsor or your trusted person or a trusted sideline get together and role play. It is very tempting to shy away from this part, but I can tell you this right now. Whoever you're asking to do it has either one, felt like they were dying doing it, or two, currently feeling like they're dying doing it, right? We're the only difference between somebody who's farther in rank than you is more at bats, more no's, more conversation. Like that's it. I'm not more, I'm only more tenured. Let's put it that way, right? I'm more tenured. I've had more people spit in my face basically and like ignore me and do all the things that make me feel like all the things you're avoiding, right? We're all in this together and I just want to tell you that, right? No one of us, especially with the leaders retreat contest, even playing field, guys, even playing field, we all only get our, the con or the, not comp plan, the contest is the same for all of us. So I want to invite you. That was the long way around me telling you I want you to get uncomfortable and figure out how to talk about this business in a way that is authentic and natural for you so you can roll it off. I have a gal that I am talking to right now that was walking on the treadmill on the ship. And I never do. I even told her I never talk to people like this. I never do it. But here I am doing it, and I don't know what's happening. And she's asking me about the comp plan. She's asking me about things right now. I have no idea if it's going to go anywhere. But what if she does? And I didn't say something originally, and I could be missing out on creating a ripple of change in her life. And so that's what I want to tell you. When we shift into service, it's more about how we can help the person elevate their own lives than it is about how we feel, how we're going to get, blessed, what's going to happen for us. And we all know how the compensation plan works. We all know how this all is. But I'm telling you, if you can find your zone of genius of shifting in to service, it becomes less about what you feel and more about how you can help them feel elevated. Okay. That is the most important thing I can tell you. And it's a feeling that you only know once you've shifted, right? Once you've abandoned, I'm afraid they're gonna not like me and not follow. We've all been there. Trust me. I'm telling you, the ones who've been with me the longest know the shifts that I've made. Message them because they'll be able to tell you all about it, and obviously I can talk to anybody one on one. I don't feel like that's what this call is about. What this call is about is I'm talking to you as somebody who's walked this walk. I'm talking to you as somebody who's worshiped the validation of other people, not walked in my light because I was afraid that someone was going to look at me sideways at pickup, right? Thinking that I'm a certain kind of way. Oh, she's that kind of girl. Listen right now. This is how I feel. When you complain to me about money every single time I see you, it becomes my duty to offer this to you. And if you are not saying yes to me, I can promise you that is a you scarcity and not a me scarcity. That is a you thing and not a me thing because I'm throwing you the life preserver. I'm here standing here ready to pull you onto shore, right? I'm here to guide you into safety, but I literally can't do anything unless you're open. And so when you switch this service wise into checking for openness, hey, this is going to sound crazy, but I'm doing this right now. It's making a big change for my family. It's a super fun environment. Our culture is insanely supportive. And I would love to include you into this if you're open to doing this together. It's something that I never thought I'd be doing, but it's changed everything. And these have become some of my closest friends. I'd love to share more about this with you. Are you open? Right? You've stated your heart position. You've given them reason why you feel like they'd be a fit for this. And then the rest is up to them. It's just like the coffee, right? When we offer the products, right? Do you want any coffee? Do you want any gut health? Oh, you want to stay on your prescriptions? Oh, that sounds great. Oh, okay. Oh, you don't want any? Okay, fine. Right? We have to get through that feeling, and this is the same way. So I just want to remind you of that. And so with that, I gave you guys a challenge of setting up 10 business calls for me this week. And if we can do it, somebody's going to win a huge business builders package. And I see some people that could really use some of these things that you're just getting started. And hey, listen, I can always, who doesn't need like, and if you have a ring light, I'll get you something else. I'll get you one for your phone. Like this is just, it's not about the things to win, right? It's a challenge. And what I'm asking you to do is get these at bats and include me. You are led by the best people. It is not about that, but it is about just letting me serve in your business because you are supported. I know that Marie, for example, does not need Sadie. She's got Mandy, right? But if I can just do this with you, it fills me up. It gives everybody a new perspective. And I feel, and I love it. It is my zone of genius. And so if you would let me support you in this way, I would love to. But we need 10 calls on the board. Okay. I've got one with Megan tomorrow. And so we need 9 more. so, so please think about doing this. It doesn't matter what your level is to me. It doesn't matter if you've got it. I am not stepping in as sponsor. I'm here as third party validation. Okay. But I love doing it. So check for openness. If everybody on here brought one, right? What would change? What would change? How many more people would we have in Cancun if everybody on this screen, one person? Wouldn't that be special? Right? That right now you took the challenge and you're like, you know what? This feels hard and scary, but I'm going to go into the mirror after everybody goes to sleep and I'm going to say some things that make me feel really weird. I'm going to do a whispering, but you do it, right? And then tomorrow you're going to do it every day. And then on Thursday, hopefully sooner, on Thursday or Friday, you're going to be like, Sadie, I got one. I got one. No, no, no. When do you have that? Like, we're in it together. We're all doing the same thing. This is a no competition zone, and that's what jacks me up so much. It is a place where all of us can win. And if one of us is winning, that is hope for the rest of us winning. Okay, so I want to remind you of that. So please tee these calls up. Please, please, please. If we get 10 this week, we're going to do 10 again. And think about what that's going to look like in your business, right? One business call a week for your business. And how would that change literally everything about the way you learn, about who's moving, who's acting, who's inspired. This is how we do it. We do it together. Okay, so reminder, that's happening. Then double business building bonuses. Like I said, sell a triplex, $40 the next day, right? Sell something more, right? I think Lori even said that some pack was sold on her team and the BBB was $72. I mean, you guys, that's insane. The next day, like that's like a some bill. I don't know, right? I'm trying to think of the one that's always $86 for me, and I can't remember. But anyway, it's that one. Okay, it's basically that one. So figure it out, get inspired, get a reminder, and here's the deal. I understand how it feels when we to advance our business means showing up on social media, and when things are happening that can feel a certain way. I put my comments about that in our leaders thread yesterday. I'm not going to repeat them, but I want you to understand how proud I am that we get to offer hope and light even in the wake of the hardest things, right? We get to heal souls. We get to do all these things that feel incredible. And that jacks me up. Like there is nothing greater than that. And you are all a part of that. We are doing it together. So double BBBs, double enrollment credits. Am I missing anything doubled? Anybody? Check me. Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? I think that's it. Who's on? Who's excited? Can I get like hands in the air or some kind of a cheer or what are we doing? Yes, 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 yes. I see cameras not on. I should call them out. Okay, Mona sent a little thing because her camera's off. Mona. Okay. Anyway, I love you guys. Kristen, I see you. Okay. I love you, love you, love you. The time is now. The time is now to make an insane change in your life. And we're only going to do it by feeling uncomfortable. Doesn't that suck just a little bit? But it's so cool, right? All I have to do is choose to be uncomfortable. I know Lori. Lori's always excited. This is so true. Um, and all we have to do is commit to doing a hard thing every day. So, your big hard thing that we're going to do this week is set up a business call with me. Will you raise your hand if you're going to do this? Raise your hand, everybody. Okay. Mona, Lori, good, good, good. Mona's hand is raised. Okay, perfect. Megan, Jody. Okay, perfect. Okay. I love you so much. There's Lori. Okay, I see you. But I'm encouraged. I'm excited. We're focused on September. We're not talking to, I did a little thing about the holiday line. We don't need to worry about it. We already know we're gonna buy it all, right? That's how it goes. We're gonna buy everything. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be delicious and it's gonna be fun. The marketing's insane as always, and I'm excited for you guys to see it. But we have September business to handle, and we are gonna be doing that. So double BBBs pay the next day. We're going to Cancun. We're going to get double credits to do that. And we have so much encouragement. So I intend at another time that's a little less volatile, is the wrong word. Energy. Okay, we've got a lot going on, and I'm not going to talk about the Star Diamond thing right now, but I will be doing a call about that when things calm down a little bit later in the fall. We don't need to know this right now, but it is an incredible call that I want to get everybody the information. And if you have any questions about it before then, please let me know. All right, let's go get to work. Let's do all the things tomorrow night with Mandy. Whoop, 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 whoop. She's going to kill it like always and bring the heat, Mommy Tiger. All right, you guys, I love you. You're the best. Bye.